Hi, Mr. Cole here, and today in math, we are going to multiply and divide rational expressions. Our goal for today is to be able to multiply and divide rational expressions. Our California standards that we're going to address today is Algebra 13.0. Alright, and now one thing that I want you to just kind of take through all this is that the rules to multiplying and or dividing rational expressions are the same as multiplying and or dividing fractions. So just kind of keep that in mind. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with one that looks like this. So here we're multiplying two rational expressions. And again, they look like fractions, just that now you have little letters and the algebra that goes with it. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply numerators and denominators. So all we're going to do here is just put them together. Okay? I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to distribute. I'm just going to do that. Okay, so I just took this times this. And then here I'm going to go ahead and do 5 and then times negative 4c plus 16. Okay, so the next step here is I'm going to go ahead and do the GCF of anything if I see anything that I could. Okay, so GCF of this, I'm just going to rewrite it again. It'll be c minus 4, 45 over 5, and then I notice that I can take out a negative 4. So I'm going to take out a negative 4. And then that leaves me at c minus 4. Alright, so I've multiplied numerators and denominators. Then now I've taken out the GCF. So here's my GCF right here. So I've taken out the negative 4 from this term and this term. So that's right here. And then my next step is I'm going to go and cross off or cancel out by dividing common factors. So I notice that I have c minus 4 here, c minus 4 here. That gets crossed off. And then I'm going to go ahead and simplify any type of numbers or anything else that I may have that I could simplify with. Okay, so if I look right here, 45 and 5, well, they both have 5 in common, so I can go ahead and divide this. That's 1, and that's going to give me 9. So my answer to this is going to be 9 on the top. Then I have negative 4. And then, oh, I think that's about it. Perfect. So my answer is going to be 9 over negative 4. Since everything else is crossed off. Alright, let's go to the next part. Alright, so here, again, we have another multiplying rational expressions. This time we don't have any of the c minus 4. They're just straight up monomials. So here again I have this. We're going to multiply numerator and denominator. Again, we're just going to go straight across. So I'm going to have 5 y to the 5th z 2 times x 4 second, and then here I have 3 x y to the second z, and then I have 4 x and y. Alright, now the next step I'm going to do here is once I'm done multiplying them, I'm going to multiply them number to number and then your letters together as well. So this is going to give me 10, and then I have 5 y's here times 2 y's here. That's going to give me y to the 7th, and then I have an x to the 4, and then a z. So let's do that. Okay, so I've accounted for everything. The bottom I'm going to have 12, then I have 2 x's, x here, and then I have y to the 2nd, and then a z. Alright, so what I have here is my multiplied version of the numerators and the denominators. So I'm just going to look here and I'm going to go ahead and divide out common factors. Now, if you were to go ahead and separate things out, well, let's just start off with the easy ones. I have 1z here, so I get to go ahead and divide that out. When I divide that out, that's equal to 1. So when I multiply it back in, it doesn't change the value of it at all. So here I have 7 y's and I have 2 y's, so I'm going to go ahead and cross it off. I now have 5 y's left on the top. And then the x to the 4, I have 2 x's here, that's going to take care of those, so I have that left. And then don't forget my 10 and 12, I can go and simplify that now. And that's going to give me 5, and then that's going to give me 6. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and write down what I have left. If you notice, it's the things in blue. So I now have 5 right here, and then I have y to the 5th, and then times x to the 2nd, all over 6. Okay? Alright, and that is my answer for that. That's simplified. Alright, let's do another one. Oh, I forgot to write this one down. Oh, let's go straight to the other one. Alright. Here's a division one. Actually, no. That would have been division one. Oh well, here's a division one. So here I have dividing, and again, remember the whole caption about the rules being the same as fractions. So our first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and reciprocal the second term right here, the second part, and then we're going to change your division to a multiplication. So let's go ahead and do that first off. So here I have x squared minus x over x plus 2. Then we're going to change that to a multiply, and then that again, it starts off like this because don't forget, you need to put a 1 underneath it because you're doing a rational expression, or technically in this case, like an algebraic fraction. Now flip it over, so you now have 1, and then that's going to be x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go and see if we are GCF. So we did reciprocal, we did the multiplying and the flipping part. Now we're going to go ahead and find GCF. And the only one that I could do GCF on is probably this term right here. So I'm going to go ahead and work that part out. So that's going to be x on the outside, and that'll be x minus 1, x plus 2, and then times 1. And then I'm going to factor this part right here. So that'll be negative 3. This will be positive 2. And let me see, what can I use here? So I can use positive 3 and a negative 1. So that'll give me when I add them, that'll give me 2. When I multiply them, that'll give me 3. So that gives me x minus 1, x plus 3. So I have x minus 1, x plus 3. Okay? So, and then we can go back. Now that we've gotten everything all kind of set up, we can just multiply straight across. And so if I multiply straight across, I'm going to have x times x minus 1. And then if I multiply that by 1, it's the same value. So it stays all over x plus 2. Multiply that by x minus 1, x plus 3. And then all we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and factor out your common by dividing. So that and that are the same. My answer is, after I'm done simplifying, if I have anything to simplify, is just going to be x on the top, and that'll be x plus 2 and x plus 3. Alright, so let me go ahead and take this away. Alright, so if you have any more, if you need more information or other types of videos that you'd like to watch, please go to www.youtube.com /user/Tycodad. Thanks.